Welcome, welcome. It's Angie with Green Health First. Thank you for joining me today. I am going to explore with you some natural options to help us with our getting a more restful sleep. So I know with the anxiety and the stress that a lot of people are feeling with today's world and all the challenges we have here in August 2020, that getting restful sleep is difficult. It's difficult for some people in just normal environments, but with the challenges that we're dealing with, I know a lot of people are not getting restful sleep. So there's several things we can do that I absolutely recommend, and a lot of people know this. It's part of what they hear every day, that includes getting good hydration during the day. That helps us to absorb our nutrients better, so that we feel more prepared and have good antioxidants to deal with the tasks at hand, but also to help us move toxins out. So hydration is very, very important. And then of course, eating a whole food diet. If we're able to get good vegetables and fruits and lots of fresh herb spices, which have good essential oils and antioxidants in them, that is a good way to help us get ready again for moving nutrients through, absorbing, and then helping our bodies get rid of toxins and impurities. And many of our toxins and impurities are things that are roadblocks for helping us relax and helping us, our bodies to calm down. We also need to get good exercise. If we can get about 10 to 20 minutes a day of good cardiovascular exercise, it's going to help us release the endorphins to counteract what anxiety and stress does. And typically when we have high inflammation and anxiety and stress, which both those come to like kind of hand in hand, we end up having or producing high cortisol levels in our blood. And cortisol actually keeps us from relaxing. It will interrupt our wake and sleep cycles so that we can't relax. So we need to do things to get the inflammation and the cortisol levels down. So exercise is wonderful for doing that. Doing some meditation, which I have some great people who are good resources for meditation, or yoga or Tai Chi. For many prayer actually is very good for helping the body calm down and helping reduce those cortisol levels. We can do that by getting out of that flight or fight scenario, which is our sympathetic system, nervous system being in control, and moving to the parasympathetic system to be in control. And that helps us to be able to relax, to calm down, to be able to sleep better. So some people have problems going to sleep, and other people have problems with waking up several times during the night. But we'll talk about that. But definitely getting a consistent bedtime and keeping with that schedule and getting up about the same time every day will help, because of how our circadian works in our body, to help us get to that restful sleep. The restful sleep is when we get into the REM sleep. REM sleep happens about an hour and a half once you get into your sleep. And so it's recommended for that initial sleep that you get when you first lay down at night to ensure you get a good 2 hours before you're awakened. Now, people can be awakened because they can't shut their mind down. They might have muscle or joint issues or pain. They also might have to go to the bathroom, or hot flashes like I do. So my two main things that happen when I can't sleep are hot flashes and having to get up and go to the bathroom. So we're going to talk about some tools that we can use, and I really love to use essential oils. So we're going to focus on essential oils. They are the immune system of the plant, and they are what helps keep that plant healthy. And we've studied them for centuries, so that we know now that there are many therapeutic properties that can help us with the essential oils to achieve certain health goals, and for this one specifically, for helping us get good restful sleep. So there are several that we use, especially in yoga and meditation, that helps calm the mind and sync the mind with the body. And these are listed at the top of the screen that I just shared. So you can see bergamot, cedarwood, chamomile, cilantro, clary sage. That's one that's very good for hormonal balance, and it has good sedative properties. Dill, frankincense. Frankincense is the king of oils. It helps everything else work better. Great diverse profile for helping the body in many ways, whether it has to do with pain or anxiety and stress, emotions, digestion, you name it. It's very, very good for balancing a number of things. Lavender, of course, we know lavender is out there in so many forms. We have, essential oils, of course. We have soaps that we can use, taking a bath before we go to bed, or for detox, taking a foot bath. We also have, lavender lotions and candles and things like that. So lavender is definitely out there, and we'll talk more about the therapeutic properties about that in a few minutes. Marjoram, Melissa, which is known as lemon balm in our medical literature, a lot of the medical literature, petitgrain, Roman sandalwood, and of course sandalwood again, yoga, meditation, thyme, vetiver, and ylang ylang. Ylang ylang is a beautiful, sweet smelling flower. Great for hormonal balance too. I want to start with the blends that I like using, the calming and the restful blend. I use both these at night to help me calm down to go to sleep. I like to use the calming blend in my diffuser, and I'll typically put the restful blend on the back of my neck at the brainstem, which is right here at the bottom of your hairline. And so using that essential oil blend absorbs straight into the bloodstream, and basically anywhere on your body, the essential oil is going to absorb straight into the bloodstream when you use it topically in about a minute's time or less. So bottom of the feet's a little faster. The essential oils I mentioned is the immune system of the plant. So its whole job is to get rid of toxins and impurities. And we have studied our plants, so we know how they help us in many ways, as we're going to see here. So again, you can use these blends in an Epsom salt bath to soak before you go to bed, maybe an hour or so, and just help sync that mind with the body and calm everything down. You can use it in as a massage with some coconut oil. You can also, as I do, diffuse it, and then you can, put it on your hands for that aromatherapy if you're not diffusing it. And of course, as soon as our olfactory nerves recognize what is natural and given to us on this earth, in 4 seconds, the body and the brain will know what to do with it and take it to use it to help resolve issues, to get the body in balance. So just breathing that in off your hands or in your diffuser is going to make a huge difference and be very effective within just a few minutes. The calming blend, as you can see here, has orange, lavender, copaiba, spearmint, magnolia, rosemary, neroli, and sweet gum. And I just want to point out in this, of course, the orange. Orange and all of our citrus oils are very good for their antidepressant properties. They are wonderful for helping reduce anxiety and stress and just uplifting that mood. And many times when we are dealing with depression, we're just feeling heavy and we have heavy emotions and we're lethargic, and orange and our citrus oils will help uplift us from that. But when that happens, especially if we're preparing to go to bed, that means it allows the body to be able to relax, to go to sleep. In fact, I have a great testimony. My daughter, who's now in grad school, when she was transitioning from high school to college, she was drawn to use an orange in her diffuser when she was getting ready to go to bed. She had been using this for a good couple of weeks with the sample I'd given her and had ran out. And when she came and asked me for more orange, I was flabbergasted, because this is a young lady who does not like oranges. She doesn't drink orange juice. She doesn't like orange candies or anything like that. And yet this is what her body was saying she needed to help her relax. And she was drawn to putting that on at night to help her relax and go to sleep, having to get rid of all those thoughts of the changes that were to come with her going to college. So I thought that was just amazing. I told her, I said, there's your testimony, on you're really listening to your body to help you achieve the goal of getting restful sleep. So she uses that. I like orange as well for that reason. Orange and peppermint are particularly awesome for focus and concentration also. It's been used in the education system for decades to help students as they're preparing for testing. So something else to remember. The Restful blend, you can see here lavender, cedarwood, hoewood, sandalwood, all of those, again, great for yoga and meditation. And then we have ylang ylang, marjoram, chamomile. Of course, we drink chamomile tea a lot of times to help us calm down, vetiver root, and vanilla bean. So the Restful blend just came out a couple of years ago. So it's a newer blend, and it actually comes in capsules too. And so what I've been able to do is incorporate both the calming blend in my diffuser and use the Restful blend topically at my brainstem. And that helps me to go to sleep and stay to sleep longer. Usually my first wake up had been routinely about 2.5 hours or so, whether it was a hot flash or whether it was a bathroom thing. And now I'm sleeping a good 5.5 hours. And if I do get into the particular time frame when I just have really hard time shutting my brain down, I have all these things on my mind, then I will take the Restful blend capsule. And that keeps me with getting that good 5 to 5.5 hours sleep initially before I wake up. I still do wake up often, at least one time a night. So I do have hot flashes, and I'm working on that hormonal balance. But again, we can use that Restful blend in an Epsom salt bath. We can use it in our diffuser. Again, we have capsules so we can take it internally. It's a great way to help us to relax and to calm down. So a lot of times it's not just our brain that needs to calm down and to shut down. It's our problems with pain. So we may have restless leg issues. We may have other pain issues, joints, muscles, headaches. Stress can manifest in many ways. And a lot of times it does manifest in pain. I had probably about 10 years ago a really stressful time in my life, and it manifested in my lower back. So it took me a lot of PT and also changing my mindset to be a more positive attitude and to make sure I was making a concerted effort to reduce my stress levels. That was before I knew about essential oils. Now I know about essential oils, so I'm excited to be able to share about how they can help you. So things we can do for pain include the soothing blend, the massage blend, and you can see the ingredients here. I love again, lavender in your massage blend. Lavender has such great analgesic and anti-inflammatory properties. It is wonderful for helping us be able to reduce pain. And it's also, of course, going to be in our restless leg blend that you see there because it's in the massage blend. You can see that also we have some herbs in those different blends, and herbs have been used for many, many years, documented in our medical literature to help with pain and tension, especially with people who deal with migraines. So basil, rosemary, marjoram, typical for helping with pain. I really like using the massage blend and the rosemary and marjoram along with Siberian fir when I have tension in my shoulders, up towards my neck as well, and it's very effective at relieving that tension. But you can see here for restless leg, that blend, if you use that, applying those 5 to 6 drops from the bottom of the feet, and that means from your big toe all the way towards the bottom of the feet to the heel and up the back of the leg to the knee. If you do that a couple times a day, you will see that you will not have disturbances because of those pains through the legs. So let's talk a little bit about the therapeutic properties and why these work for us. So you can see here that why did that go like that? Oh, because it moved this down, that's why. So you have lavender and bergamot here. Bergamot is a great citrus oil that again has your good antidepressant properties for helping us relax and to calm down and to have stress relief, but it also has good anti-inflammatory properties. It's one of the only fruits out there that has good anti-inflammatory properties, so it's going to help with other types of stresses. You can see there performance stress, mental stress, physical stress, and environmental stress. So bergamot's awesome for adding into our mix. And again, smelling that and seeing how you react to it is key. We talked about lavender. One of the things I didn't mention about lavender that I love that also helps us sleep well is lavender has antihistamine properties. So if you do have congestion or nasal or lung issues, having lavender on board will help with opening up those airways too. And it's perfectly, it's definitely very effective when you have lavender and peppermint together. So it's in a lot of our blends together, like the massage blend. The other thing that's notable about lavender and peppermint actually is that they help with bug repellent. So it is in my all natural bug repellent that I have available when we are at farmers markets. We're at the Midtown Farmers Market most every weekend, every Saturday from 8 to noon through the summer of 2020 into November. So you can find us there and experience with us. Cedarwood, so you can see some of the properties of cedarwood, and cedarwood is wonderful again for helping with anxiety and stress, very noted and used, like I said, in yoga, but has great infectious, antifungal, antiseptic properties, and it's also very good for congestion. Then we also have ylang ylang. That's again a sweet smelling flower, very good for calming, helping with hormonal balance, stress, relaxing. I love ylang ylang, and you can see some of the other extraneous uses like helping with hair loss or constipation. Marjoram, again, we talked about marjoram and many of our essential herbs from essential oils from herbs. And marjoram, again, great for physical stress, pain. It's got wonderful antibacterial properties, helping with blood pressure, helping with the pancreas, supporting the pancreas. I love marjoram in combination with other herbs and our Siberian fir for its calming and pain relieving effects. Copaiba, now this is something that's kind of new on the market for a lot of people, but this works in the cannabinoid system. This is going to be our answer to CBD. CBD has become the big craze over the last year or so, and this is a wonderful option because we have many of our government and military employees that cannot ever use CBD, it's banned. But this copaiba works in that cannabinoid system, directly binding to our immune and our endocrine system receptor sites. So no nervous system issues. It's not part of the hemp family at all, so no issues there, but a very diverse profile like you get with frankincense or even turmeric. Turmeric's another one that's very good for helping with inflammation and calming. But you can see here with copaiba that it's wonderful for its antioxidant power, just like our fruit spring and our herbs and spices, but also helps with anxiety and stress, helps with pain, helps with skin disorders. A lot of times digestion is an issue there, so it helps with digestion and skin disorders. And you can see many of the other types of therapeutic properties listed, as well as how it can be used and has been documented. As I mentioned with the the orange that I gave the testimony on with my daughter, wonderful. You see there in the middle, sedative properties. It also is known for helping with sluggish digestion. So digestion can be an issue too for us not being able to sleep well. So just know that lemon and orange are awesome for helping with digestion, and of course many of our herbs. Geranium is another one that's very, very good for helping with hormonal balances. In fact, geranium was Cleopatra's go-to for her skin health and her hormonal health. It's wonderful for supporting the pancreas, and you can see here many types of stresses that it does help address as well. Geranium is a very strong smelling essential oil. I like it blended in other blends, and it does come blended. Now, one of my favorite blends also that wasn't mentioned earlier that I use during the day and also to prepare for going to bed maybe an hour or so before is the grounding blend. This, if you like walking or hiking in a forest or in the mountains, this is like the grounding blend. The grounding blend has a spruce frankincense base and is wonderful for really syncing that mind to the body, to the earth, and helping you relax and calm down. I forgot to mention that I do like using a breathing technique that helps me to calm down at night, especially if I've had a particularly stressful day and I do have a lot of things on my mind. And it's called the 7-11 technique. And so what that is breathing in for 7 seconds or counts through your nose, and then breathing out for 11 seconds or counts. And that helps, again, to slow down the heart rate, to help move us from that sympathetic nervous system to the parasympathetic nervous system, so that we are not in that fight or flight mode, and we are able to relax and calm down. As you see here on the bottom, I do have a how I use the essential oils at night to help me get my good 5 to 6 hours of sleep for initial sleep. And then, of course, when I do wake up, I do get back to sleep pretty quickly, within a minute or so, and have another good 2, 3, 4 hours before I'm getting up in the morning. So definitely something to keep in mind. Now, I love using my essential oils throughout the day, and I love sharing my testimony, and I would love to talk with you also further about how we can find some simple tools for you. We actually have a 40% off code right now that you can get a biofeedback reading scan. This is the Zyto scan that helps read the galvanic responses of your body, and it actually will see what's out of balance and match it up to some of our essential oil products that will help you, if you incorporate them, help you get into balance. You get a report with that, and it takes about 20 minutes to do. We can talk about the things that you're more drawn to, by experiencing aromatherapy with the things that are suggested, and hopefully get you started on a new path to improve your sleep. We can do that for other, identifying other issues, of course, that your body that the scan will identify, that we can get your body in balance. You can reach me at angceroli at gmail.com. You can reach me at thegreenhealthfirst.com. My phone number and everything is on the banner. And you can also message me through Facebook, the 2 Cups Green Tea Away, or my personal Facebook page. I look forward to talking with you. I'm definitely calling you to action. Do something, because you need to get restful sleep so that you can optimize your health and be more productive and just have a more joyful life experience. Angie Ceroli, Green Health First. Be well.